I am truly honored to have caught up with Gene Cassidy, the 7th CEO in the 98-year history of the Big E. What a daunting and fun job. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm the honored one. I mean, I got the best job in the world. You know, the Eastern State's been around for almost 100 years. It's really successful, and I'm very fortunate to try to help push it along into the next century.
What are some of the things that you're going to implement to push it along?
Well, you know, we've got a great entertainment director in the form of a guy named John Giuliano. And John's been booking the talent of the Eastern States for at least the past 20 years. He does a marvelous job. He knows how to get the recipe right. And, you know, entertainment changes dramatically. Competition for entertainment changes dramatically. But, you know, we need really tricky, fun things to attract people to the fair. And we use that to generate the resources really to put into our agricultural programming. So much that happens at the fair doesn't get covered because it's not the thing that really appeals to the general public. It's what goes on sort of in the barns, whether it be cattle or in the horse industry. I mean, the horses, for example, we have some of the best horses really, I think, in America. And oftentimes I get a little crestfallen because I don't see as many fairgoers watching the horse show as I think there should be. So, you know, if anything, maybe there's some room for us to dedicate to promotion of the horse show, try to stimulate people's interest in that aspect of our program.
You're just over 2 years into your term, but you have a long-standing relationship with this venue.
That I do. This is the third fair for which I'm responsible, and but I've been here at the Eastern States for more than 20 years. I functioned as the treasurer, chief financial officer of the company for a long time. But I was born and raised about 2 miles from where we're standing right now, here in West Springfield. So I have a long history as a kid who crawled under the fence to get here, and when I got too old to sneak in, I had to get a job.
What does that feel like, being a hometown boy and now being the #1 guy of this whole venue?
Well, you know, I don't know if there's really a #1. I guess I'm the face of the Big E, but it takes so many people to produce the fair that really no one person can possibly be responsible for it. But it feels pretty good. I mean, I feel very blessed to be here. The Eastern States is a big part of West Springfield. West Springfield's a town I'm really proud to be from, and it means a great deal. Personally, it means a great deal for me to be here in this spot.
Do you feel that your time serving as the director of finance and other roles within the organization really gave you insights and you were able to create a roadmap for the 100th year proceeding?
Well, I hope so. I am just by nature sort of a traditionalist. I love history. This place has a really wonderful, colorful history, so it kind of plays into my interests. Being from the community, you know, I knew or I know how people would sometimes criticize, you know, the big fish in a small pond. And, you know, hopefully my vision for the Eastern States transcends everyone in the region, and they can get as excited about the Big E as I am.
How would you put into words your leadership style?
Well, I'm a pretty relaxed kind of guy. You know, I love people, and you know, when you have that sort of predisposition to be engaged with other people, what better place to be working at a place like this where people come, you know, they come to the fair to be entertained. They come with a predisposition towards happiness. You know, I often say if you go to the grocery store, it's because you have to buy groceries. If you go to the clothing store, it's because you got to buy a pair of shoes. You don't have to come to the Big E. People come here because they want to be here. So it's my job to be the face that leads them and helps them and you know, transmit the message to all the other people who work here that we need to take responsibility for these people having fun.
Well, most of the people look very, very happy. Can you give us a preview into what's going through your head about the 100th year celebration coming up?
Well, we're going to see a lot of the history. And it's funny because the people in the ad world tell me that, you know, history doesn't play well. But I'm not sure I believe them. So you're going to see a lot of the history of the Eastern States. We're doing a lot of public outreach for people who want to share their memories of the Big E. As old as we are, we've always been unsettled as the fairgrounds has grown and buildings, you know, we've capitalized buildings. You know, most people don't realize that our main office was actually in Springfield up until 1949. when Mr. Brooks built this building, he felt it was important that the address of the organization be in the city. And he built this building in 1949, and we moved here back then. And as long ago as it is, a lot of our history says Springfield, Mass. On it, but we don't have a lot of that history. So we're doing a lot of outreach and hoping that people might have some stuff that they'd be interested in lending us so that we can use that in our displays. And of course, the contemporary entertainment today is so much different than it was back then. We're hoping that folks have memories of the old days, and that can be juxtaposed against the future.
Are you seeing an integration of digital platforms, and will you use that even to share your great history?
Well, definitely. Now we have. Who would have thought? Like, as just a few 5-10 years ago, we have a whole segment of the operation now that just deals with social media and outreach, and it's very contemporary. And we should be contemporary because Mr. Brooks, in 1914, when he first got the idea to open this place, and he did 2 years later, 1916. He was quite a futuristic thinker, and so we need to be as smart as he was in order to preserve this place for the next 100 years.
Well, Gene, thank you for your time. I wish you every success. You certainly seem like the right man at the right time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great day at the Big E.